Welcome on into another edition of The Verdict. I'm your host, Sean Brace from PhillyInfantry.com. Over here to my left or right, depending where you're at. I guess you're watching the video, so he would be on my right. That's right. Mr. Adrian Fedkiw from PhillyInfantry.com does a great job covering the Eagles for the site and has all season long. Looking forward to this one. Adrian got down to the Eagles game against the Skins, and it was so close. It was so close. I want to lose my mind right now, but this team is just, grasping at anything at this point in time. 5-8, basically eliminated from the playoffs, basically. Yeah. I guess if we're going to focus on the game a little bit, let's just talk about Carson Wentz. Yeah. Because that's the one bright spot I thought. Yeah. Led him all the way down the field. Obviously, you can't do much when the offensive line doesn't help you out, and you're sacked in 2 seconds from dropping back. Yeah. But I saw enough from Carson Wentz. I thought he responded from that Cincinnati loss. What did you take away from Carson Wentz?
I thought it was his best game of his career. In terms of the ball placement, the pocket presence. Did you notice how many times he was eluding the pressure? Spinning out of it, getting out of the pocket, stuff like that. No overthrows. Didn't see a lot of that either. That has been a big problem over recent weeks. Bad red zone interception. That was really bad. But in terms of putting the ball on the numbers, putting the ball on the proper shoulder, I thought it was his best game so far. Besides maybe the Steelers game, you could argue that, but I thought this was his best game.
Yeah, I thought Doug had a decent game. Play calling. Would like to see run the ball a little bit more. Obviously,
they can't get that down for whatever reason.
No, they can't. But I thought Zach Ertz bounced back, and Zach Ertz came back in a major way. Wanted to show us that he was flexing a little bit, going after people. No question, Jordan Matthews has the best hands on the squad. Yep. And that's funny. Go back to week 1 when he dropped that pass against the Cleveland Browns. I didn't think I'd be saying that right now.
He drops the easy ones.
Yeah, it seems like it gets in their head a little bit. But Carson Wentz, there was a report out of Philadelphia Daily News that suggested that, and I couldn't even click on it because that's how bad it was for me to even comprehend what the hell's going on through their mind. But I think it was Bob Ford wrote it, and he said that the Eagles should bench Carson Wentz next week and go with Chase Daniel. Is there any rhyme or reason why that makes sense in your mind?
No. You need as much experience as you can right now. This isn't a Nelson Aguilar situation. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I couldn't even click on it. And that's just being 100% serious with you. I couldn't even click on the link. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Another Daily News, wow, and this is from
those clicks.
Marcus Hayes, another one that I just don't read. But it was on the cover of the Daily News, so you got me. I'm like that cat chasing around the ball, like I mentioned in last week's episode. But Marcus Hayes is suggesting that Howie Roseman should be fired because he feels that this is not the guy that will be able to put it together for the following couple seasons. And talking about going and get the free agents, getting the right draft picks. Should Howie Roseman be fired at the end of this year?
I wouldn't fire him yet, but I'm not a big Howie Roseman guy. But what encourages me moving forward is this little collaboration that they have. Because Howie Roseman has never been the best drafter in the world, but they've got everybody involved. They got Doug involved, Jim Schwartz involved, Howie involved, and all of these guys in this collaboration in order to pick the right guys in the draft. And, if you look at this past draft, it wasn't that bad. You got Carson Wentz. You got a couple guys that look a little promising. Wendell Smallwood. Sayamala looks all right in limited action. Big V, Halapuluvati Vaitai is okay. You want to say his name?
No, he's showing up. He's showing off now.
Showing up. Yeah, they had a pretty good draft, it looks like. So you got to keep him around. If he doesn't, improve and, stuff like that. I'm looking at Joe Douglas in a couple years. He's a scout right now. He was with the Ravens before, and you can just go down the list on his draft picks. Joe Flacco, Ray Rice, Marshall Yanda, C.J. Mosley to replace Ray Lewis. You can just keep going down and down. They always hit those first and second round draft picks, something that the Eagles haven't been doing recently.
Yeah, the Ravens, absolutely. If you're going to look at one club that you want to emulate, and the Ravens would be, as far as the draft is concerned. Yeah, I don't see the reason for firing Howie Roseman just yet. And I think he did enough in this one off season where Chip wanted nothing to do with him. He goes out there and makes all these moves just to get up. He got himself a franchise. He got the franchise quarterback now that everybody's been being seen about for the past couple of years, right? Yeah. So he finally gets that guy. I don't see how you or why you get rid of him. You know, I just don't see that just yet. So I think Howie Roseman deserves another year.
Yeah.
And then we just go about it from that point on. Yeah, let's see what he does in the draft. Let's give him a free agency period again this year. And if the Eagles can't get it going next year, and I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, if they don't get it going, then you move on. You find yourself a new GM. Maybe Joe Douglas is already in-house.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right. Well, it hasn't been a great season for the Eagles so far this year, but we can laugh a little bit at Dallas's expense right now. Cowboys lose to the Giants on Sunday. Dak Prescott struggling, and a lot of fans at Big D, they want Tony Romo back. So one bad performance from a rookie, and they want to make the switch.
Well, apparently it was two bad performances. Now, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that Vikings game was all that bad.
That's a great defense.
Yeah, it was a solid defense, and guess what? They won the football game.
Yeah.
You know, like, are we really being that critical about a rookie quarterback right now, especially to come crunch time, especially when teams are starting to really put it together because they see the finish line is right there in front of them, like the Minnesota Vikings, and if they don't get their act together, they might not make the playoffs, which I don't think they will anyways.
Yeah.
But you're looking at the Cowboys right now, and when you made the decision to go with Dak Prescott, the rookie quarterback, you darn well knew that he was going to have rookie quarterback moments.
Yeah, it happens with every rookie.
And if you did not, then you're a jackass. Then why would you make that decision? You know, what do you think he is? Tom Brady? That's not how Dak Prescott operates right now. So you made the decision. You went with the rookie quarterback. And oh, by the way, tell me where Tony Romo, speaking of Tom Brady, when did he turn into Ben Roethlisberger? When did he turn into the greatest quarterback ever? Tony Romo, to me, is a guy that really struggles when the lights are shining bright.
Yeah,
you know,
that's not the guy.
When the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2008, 2009, whatever it was, their first year, I'll never forget it. Tony Romo had Miles Austin streaking wide open on a huge third down. And if he hit Miles Austin was scoring a touchdown. If not, he was going to pick up the first down, and that was it. And the Giants weren't winning that football game in Dallas. Romo overthrew. I just don't understand how everybody wants to build Tony Romo up like he's the greatest quarterback ever. And all of a sudden, if you put him in for a struggling Dak, he's going to turn that offense around. I don't see it.
I don't either. And another thing to take into consideration, these were two road games, too. Minnesota, the Giants have a better defense than you think. They kind of own the Cowboys right now. So, these are some rookie growing pains. You got to just play through it. They still only lost 10-7. They still could have won that football game. The defense played really well. So
if Dez doesn't fumble the football, they might drive down the field and get a field goal at a time.
There you go. There you go.
You spoke about the Giants. I'm wondering if you're going to go there. Probably not. But right now, it seems like, as I drop my pen, that's not good. It seems like that the Super Bowl is open. And I think we're all on the same page with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Especially the smackdown that they just laid on the Ravens.
Yeah.
But let's just say the Ravens or the Patriots trip up and they don't get it done this year. Give me one team right now that could possibly shock everybody by winning it all.
Green Bay. Red hot right now. This is Aaron Rodgers' time. It's December. This is when the Packers get hot. Defense playing a little bit better too. They got Demarius Randall back in the secondary. That's been a pretty big.
Came back for the Eagles game, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's when the defense started playing a little bit better. Obviously, before that, those 4 games really struggling in the secondary. Whether or not he's really made that big of a difference, I don't really know. But the defense is playing better. They're red hot, and that's a team. Yeah, that's it right there.
I want to go with the Chiefs.
I like the Chiefs.
I really do.
I like the Chiefs.
I want to go with the Chiefs. I can't do it. Speaking of Tony Romo struggling when the lights are shining bright, you know Andy Reid.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. What I really will go with, and I think they could give the Patriots a run for their money in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. I think that they could go on the road and shake it up with anybody. I really do believe that they can mess around and possibly win it all. The Oakland Raiders.
Oh, wow.
Oakland Raiders have a great defense, one of the best pass rushers in the game, Khalil Mack. Solid offensive line, and Carr is playing out of his mind right now. Good weapons on as far as receiving the ball. So, Oakland Raiders, and we're talking about a team. What's their record? 10-2.
10-3 now.
10-3.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to build them up like some underdog here, but a team that could shock us. Oakland Raiders. That's where I'm going.
They are young and they are an underdog. And what I will say in your favor. New England, they struggle to get after the quarterback. Derek Carr, if he's got all the time in the world to pick out his weapons, he's got Michael Crabtree, he's got Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Who knows?
All right. What I know is this. We're going to end on this, okay? We're going to have a little fun on the way out the door.
All right.
Not a lot of things are cracking these days. Shout out to the Flyers. The Flyers winning 9 straight.
Temple.
Okay.
Nice
Temple
hire.
football.
Jeff Collins.
Yep, out of Florida. You got to like that. Right. Sixers have Joel Embiid. They got the Toronto Raptors going tonight, so looking forward to get down to that game. But I wanted to hit you off with a little rapid fire here. All right, you ready to go, Adrian?
Let's go.
All right, 20 years ago today, Jerry Maguire was released. It was 20 years ago, actually, on Tuesday, so that would have been yesterday. My bad. What was the best sports movie you've seen recently that you liked, that you enjoyed?
Let's go Creed, Philadelphia.
Ooh,
there we go. Yeah, Creed.
I'm going to go Concussion, Will Smith. Okay. I like that movie a lot. Yes, definitely. Instagram Live, Facebook Live. You're familiar with it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Instagram Live now it seems to be the new craze with our 2 stars. Speaking of Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, both of them, I watched them last night. Joel Embiid was at the Villanova Temple game. I believe he was in the car on the way home. Somebody was driving, and he was just had his phone up. It was really weird. Really weird. And Ben Simmons was just laying there, playing at his apartment, playing he's playing Grand Theft Auto. And he had the thing, and people were just asking random questions, and he was just sitting there. He had his boy on a phone over here. They were talking. It was really weird. But are you okay with these guys? I mean, this is where it's going. This is where it's leading. You guys, are you okay with the star athletes being on the Instagram Live, the Facebook Live?
Let them have a little fun.
There's no PR in that stuff. All of a sudden somebody says something stupid next to you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you got to be careful with it. But, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Alan Thicke, man, rest in peace. Terrible news yesterday. Passed away at 69 years old. We know him from Growing Pains. Wrote a bunch of jingles, different strokes. He was talented beyond belief. Like I said, rest in peace, Alan Thicke. Way too soon, 69 years old. But your favorite television dad of all time, or just give me one TV dad that you like.
I'll go William M. Macy, Frank on Shameless. Big show I'm watching right now. Not exactly the greatest role model in the world, but he's a manipulator and he's funny as hell.
My girl watches that show. I don't think she watches a lot lately. I think she kind of fell off the Shameless.
Fell off it? Yeah. I binge watch, so I've been watching like the whole season, the last season right now. I'm on like episode 8 or something. Come
on, favorite television dad? It's easy, man. Uncle Phil. Doesn't get any better than that. He's another one that passed away as well. Let's see here. Last but not least, not to go too political on you, Donald Trump received some visitors to the Trump Tower yesterday. Kanye West was one of them. Ray Lewis, Jim Brown from the sports world. So I ask you, Adrian Fedkiw, we end on this. Give me one person in the world of sports, okay, that could be an ultimate difference maker. Who can bring the change to the world? One guy in sports.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's got a big bushy beard and he went to Harvard.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. I was going to go with Conor McGregor. I wanted to say Conor McGregor. I feel like he can get stuff done, especially with Trump. I think he can go in there.
He's got his new walks like a boss.
Yes, he does. But I'm going to go with Richard Sherman.
Okay.
Richard Sherman, I think, is another
I like
Ivy
that one.
League. Yeah. Or no, not Ivy. Stanford. Close enough.
Still, yeah.
And just, he doesn't mince words. He's very intelligent. He can put, some really good articles out there. I've seen him write for SI, I believe it was. He just came up and spoke about the Thursday night football games, how they're poop, which they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they pimp ball.
He speaks truth out there.
Hey, Richard, it's called pimp ball. That's what it is. But at the same time, they're getting paid very well.
Yeah.
Paid very well. So, I don't want to hear too much crying about Thursday night football, even though it is lackluster. Yeah, Richard Sherman would be my guy.
Yeah, I like that one.
Any last words for you out here for the people?
I'm good. I'm going to be on 4th of John again next week, so that'll be a lot of fun with E-Rock and the boys.
Nice. Back at it, Fox 29 this weekend. I will be there all weekend long, including Sunday. Post-game show. Ravens and the Eagles. Post-game, yes!
Yeah.
Woo! I get to kill them.
They're not going to win another game.
Probably not. Man, Dallas?
Maybe if they sit some guys.
I just saw that game was at noon. I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah, noon. Yeah, noon kick. I won't be going to that game. No, definitely not. All right, for Adrian Fedkiw, I'm Sean Brace. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please share it. Spread the word. Let the people know what we're doing here on The Verdict.
Hit that thumbs up button.